I was speaking with a sales manager and he was sharing with me that he had hired somebody new and he was working with him very closely throughout the day. And so that every single time he had a call, boom, right after the call, he was giving him feedback and he was making adjustments. The problem with this, if you're making too many adjustments throughout the day, your reps are gonna be thinking too much and they're not gonna perform at the level that they should. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you what I shared with him as far as the strategy goes so that he can make singular adjustments and have laser focus throughout the day and be able to execute without thinking. My name is Richie Contratesi with Next Play, and if you like our videos, please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button so that we can continue to make content like this. The strategy that I shared with him is to schedule 2 calls throughout the day. So you want to go ahead and split their day in 2. So you have a full day and you have a morning and then you have an evening. And so instead of making adjustments every single time they're done with their call, and then all they're thinking about is all of these adjustments on every single call, which means they're not gonna make any of them, you're gonna have 2 meetings. One right before lunch, so here's lunch, it should be no longer than 20 minutes. And then at the end of the day, you're gonna have one more meeting right before, and this is gonna be 20 minutes. And in these meetings, you're gonna follow this framework, Next Play Accountability Framework, and you're gonna talk about what they did well that morning. What's 1 to 3 things that they did really well in that morning shift, same thing with the evening. The second thing is you're gonna look at the film. When I say look at the film, this could be listening to call recordings. This could also be looking at their activities. So how many calls did you make, for example? How many of those turned into demos? How many of those turned into proposals? What are the numbers across each one of these? And then based on these numbers, you could say, okay, I'm gonna listen to this call or that call with them, go through it, etc. The second stage here is you're gonna make an adjustment. One adjustment based on what they did well and what the film said. What's the one big thing that they can change? If they made this one adjustment, it's gonna really help them improve. The big key here is that you make one. Think about it. That's 2 a day. That's 10 a week. That's essentially 42 a month. 42 adjustments a month. Now, if you're doing that throughout the day, you may be able to say, hey, if I do it every single call, they're gonna make 8 adjustments a day. But they're never gonna remember those 8 adjustments. And they're gonna be thinking about all of them and making none of them. But if you do 1 per meeting, that's 2 a day, that's 10 a week, that's 42 a month. Think about what they can do in a year. That's the power of this. Okay, so we make the adjustment, and the last thing is then you're gonna determine their play. So what's the play that they're gonna execute for that next shift, we'll use that word, based on this adjustment. So if the adjustment is an objection, for example, they say something and you make the adjustment for them to say this, the play is how they're gonna do it. What's the tonality? What exactly are they gonna say? How exactly are they gonna execute it? And when you do it this way and they have a play, during this time, the next shift, they're gonna be thinking about that play. Okay, so I know I'm getting better, I'm gonna focus on this. So when the prospect says this, I'm gonna say this time. This is gonna be my play, this is gonna be my focus. And then obviously over time, they're gonna compound. But when you space it out like this, they're gonna learn from it, as opposed to you giving them constant adjustments all the time, they're not gonna learn. They're gonna be thinking too much, and when you think too much, you don't play well. When you're not thinking and you're just in the zone, you play well, right? So hope this video gave you some insights. This is the framework. This is called the Next Play Accountability Framework. Definitely below this video, I'll link to it, more videos that we have on it. But this is the process that you can follow to keep your team clear, focused, and accountable to executing what they should be every single day.